Today on the net, Amazonian Indians campaigning against plans to build a road through a nature reserve. Web users in the Philippines report on the damage caused by Typhoon Nesat. And a video capturing all the high points of a breakdance festival in the Netherlands. The anti-government protests continue in Bolivia despite the authorities suspending controversial plans to build a road through a nature reserve in the Amazon. As we can see in this amateur video footage, thousands of demonstrators took to the streets of La Paz on Wednesday to show their solidarity with the Amazonian Indians opposing the construction of this road. Because back in mid-August, hundreds of indigenous Bolivians embarked on a march towards the capital in protest of this 300-kilometre-long highway which would cut the Tipnis Reserve in half. The march was violently broken up by security forces in the village of Ucomo on Sunday, shocking public opinion. 3 ministers have since resigned in protest, and President Evo Morales has suspended work on the road. But the indigenous protesters are continuing their campaign. This blog has been set up to explain what they've been doing and give the movement more visibility. In this video message, one of the leaders of the movement, Justa Cabrera, appeals to both the people of Bolivia and to the rest of the world, asking them to join the fight to protect the lungs of our planet. And there has been a recent proliferation of online initiatives. A design competition has been launched on this Facebook group, with artists from all over the world competing, expressing their condemnation of the road. The entries will be publicly exhibited across the country from next week. The NGO Avaz has started this online petition demanding Evo Morales protects the ecosystem and the Amazon. It's already been signed by over 290,000 web users from all corners of the globe. Towns and cities have been devastated, shops completely gutted, and rivers have burst their banks. Typhoon Nesat has ripped through the Philippines, causing considerable damage which will cost millions of dollars to repair, and dozens of people have reportedly lost their lives. Web users at the scene have been sharing their accounts online. As we can see in these amateur videos, which are currently circulating online, the Philippines was hit by extremely powerful winds and violent downpours on Tuesday. The area worst hit by the storms was Luzon, the largest island in the Philippines, which houses over half of the population of 90 million people. The torrential rain also caused a lot of flooding in the country, making driving conditions extremely difficult, as we can see here. The capital, Manila, was not spared either. Some neighborhoods were submerged in 1.5 meters of water, forcing residents to flee to makeshift shelters. It would appear the authorities have already started work on repairing the considerable damage caused by Typhoon Nesat. These shots posted on Flickr show reconstruction work on the banks of the river in Manila, and residents are also joining the cleanup efforts. Web users have also been showing their support. As is often the case with these types of natural disasters, many have been mobilizing for the victims via social networks by sharing links to local NGOs like the Philippine Red Cross, which are collecting donations and providing first aid and humanitarian relief. On the left-hand side are extracts from a film watched by 3 human guinea pigs. The clips on the right are the reconstruction of this segment, created by measuring blood flow to active areas of the brain. This video was uploaded by researchers from Berkeley University and shows how they've managed to decode these brainwaves. In the long term, similar methods could be used to communicate with stroke or coma patients, and perhaps even reconstruct people's dreams or memories. One of today's top trending terms on microblogging sites is things stronger than the Kenya shilling. Wet toilet paper, the 3 little pigs' first house. As web users have been saying, albeit with more than a drop of sarcasm, it would appear that everything is stronger than the Kenya shilling at the moment. The currency has taken a hit on the exchange market, and since the beginning of the year has lost over 1/4 of its value against the dollar. And even though the situation could get even worse, microbloggers prefer to see the funny side of things. The notorious Ibe is one of the most popular breakdance festivals in the world. It takes place in the Netherlands and draws thousands of breakdancers each year. This video is for all those who weren't lucky enough to attend the 2011 edition at the beginning of September. It looks back over the high points of the festival and showcases some of the amazing performances.